Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Zelda Speedruns. Today we're featuring the Ocarina of Time Randomizer EU weekly race. It's a little different than the standard weekly settings. We're using a Season 5 test settings string, which features a few interesting settings. I'm going to hand the reins over to our commentators today, Lee, Harold, and Astantia.
Howdy.
Hello. But also, I'm not actually sure what the difference is between the weekly settings and the Season 5 settings are, so I'm going to have to ask chat.
There's closed Deku, which means you need the Kokiri sword, and
Right,
they
yeah.
have the new path hints, where instead of being Way the hero, it's now more specific about which bosses which locations lead to which bosses with the checks. Like, say, the path to Twin Rova, and you find a Kokiri sword, and you find, like, Strength 2 or a Mirror Shield in the Deku tree, for example.
So wait, we don't have Way of
Well,
the
not
Hero?
in these settings.
So what is there instead?
It's usually the path to rewards, or just path to boss name, like path to Twin Rova, path to Bongo Bongo, even something like path to King Dodongo, for example.
Oh, that's interesting. So you could have a location named as Path to Twin Rova, and that would be where you might get your Kokiri sword to get strength to in the Deku tree. Okay.
Yeah, hypothetically. I just remember
that
playing
makes
through
sense.
that at least once on a Freaky Friday seed, when there was like open shortcuts, which I thought was really interesting. Because it definitely changes the key logic in some dungeons significantly.
I didn't even realise that open shortcuts was a thing, but yeah, that must really shake up key logic, particularly in Spirit Temple, because suddenly, you don't need any keys to get to... Well, no, you'd still need to have all 5, because it would assume that... Can't. They should be starting very shortly. When the race starts, basically we've not just got these 4 people racing, there's probably like 30 odd people. But we need to wait for all of them to ready up, even the ones not on Restream, before we start. Which should be soon, though.
Yep. With Shadow Medallion start with Nocturne, this is going to be quite interesting.
I mean, Nocturne, I suspect mostly will just result in this being a much quicker seed, because they won't have to run backwards and forwards to Kakariko the entire damn time.
Indeed.
Also, is this your first commentary?
On ZSR, at least.
Then welcome. I will try not to heckle you too much.
No worries.
You'll be fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun commentating. And here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun seed.
Oh wow, we don't even need Nocturne as an adult.
The graveyard. Well, now we know where they're going. Well, at least 2 of them. Well, 3 of them.
Oh, hello. That is Bombag on Adult Anju, just straight off the bat. I'll take it, thank you.
Very convenient. Well, it means that they can easily get into the Dodongo's cavern and just full clear it.
Yeah, like, this is just super convenient.
And TARDIS is dead, of course.
Was that
Sacred Forest to Meadow, path to Bongo Bongo.
Was that Path to Bongo Bongo, or was that Zelda's Lullaby? I couldn't... Okay, Path to Bongo Bongo.
Yep.
Oh, Zelda's Lullaby is in the windmill.
Yes. It could be for hovers, it could be something that leads to hovers like Song of Storms or Requiem of Spirit, for example.
Yeah, there's... if it's locked behind a song, then pretty much anything can be the path to Bongo Bongo. You've seen how much stuff Shadow Temple needs to get in.
Yep. Thankfully, you don't have to worry too much about the key logic compared to Spirit Temple.
Dodongo's Cavern is on the path to Phantom Ganon. I think that our ghost might have teleported.
Well, that's a good hint to pick up.
Yeah, but with that bomb bag so early, it's not like they weren't ever going to go to Dodongo's Cavern.
Of course. And I'm thinking it might be hookshot on King Dodongo again, like it was last night.
Ooh, that's unkind.
It's a little more straightforward than, say, Dodongo's Cavern path to Volvagia.
True. Ooh, double defense, always nice to see the pretty model for it on Man on Move.
Indeed. Though
I
it
do
is
not
pretty
hold with
questionable.
it. I'm sorry, there is no room for titties memes in my commentary. There is only room for aesthetic appreciation of pretty models. Oh, we've got chest size matches contents. Interesting.
Yep. Means like early game, you should be able to prioritize getting a few heart pieces so you don't die as quickly. And then afterwards, just ignore them. I've seen a lot more interesting tech come out of this, like a lot of different peeking methods. The same kind you'd normally use in, like, the graveyard.
Yeah, it basically means that ability to peek through walls just became a lot more important.
Yep. It looks like creative username is going to be rushing Dodongo's Cavern now.
Well, it makes sense. It's on the path to Phantom Ganon and they've got bombs.
Of course.
We're still on 6 meds, right?
Yep.
Oh, nothing on Begoron.
Indeed. He's going to have to worry about getting new eye drops then.
Sorry, prescriptions run out. Short supply. Can't do it. Not today.
Well, I mean, getting double defense early means that they don't have to go for as many heart pieces and containers.
But double defense doesn't make your timer in the crater or underwater longer.
Of course not.
Like, it's good for surviving, it's just not good for, timers.
That's why you get fairies.
I do love fairies, though you don't tend to see them getting picked up very often unless it's a really dry seed on heart pieces.
Yeah. So if you get those tunics early...
Yeah, tunics are really nice, but most people try to get away without using them, because why go into a menu and change your tunic when you can just survive? Sponge, I see you trolling.
Well, it's hard to say right now. I mean, it's only been like 5 minutes.
Hey look, it's a bomb-locked bomb bag on Death Mountain Trail in that wall again. It always is. Look, there's a reason that I blow that thing up even if Death Mountain Trail is foolish. Because I've just seen bomb-locked bombs there so many times.
Well, I've had bomb-locked bombs on Boulder of Destiny, and that's usually my first bomb bag.
Yep, there we go. Interesting note about the hints. If the goal is just to get medallions for the bridge, then it will always point to a medallion dungeon, so we know that Phantom Ganon and Bongo Bongo are medallions.
Yep.
Ah, it's the bridge Ganon boss key conditions. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it looks like basically everyone's following the same path, it's just what order they did things in.
Yeah. It is the smartest thing to do, like, rush DC before anything.
Yeah, like, it's Dodongo's Cavern. It has so many checks. You've got a bomb bag. Why would you put it off? You're right there. And it's even hinted.
Yep. There's like 4 more checks before we have to fight the king himself.
Yeah, as chat's saying, there's no way you don't rush Dodongo's Cavern here.
Oh, it's in the bomb chest. Excellent. Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, there it is. Din's fire.
So, there's just one thing. It said that Dodongo's Cavern was on the route to Phantom Ganon, not Bongo Bongo.
Yeah, it could be using the Din's fire to get something for Phantom Ganon. But it's also useful for Bongo Bongo.
Oh yes, but it's... What was the hint that we had that went to Bongo Bongo? Was that also Dodongo's Cavern?
No. Sacred Forest Meadow.
Then that's pretty interesting. Because Din's is one of the main things, so it can't be Din's that Sacred Forest Meadow leads to. So it needs to be... Hovers? Magic?
Well,
No, SFM
could also... SFM could also be for, you know, Song of Storms, Sun Song maybe, or Requiem. Just anything that leads up to getting those items. It's kind of like...
Hook shot is in shadow.
That is possible.
Can you imagine first hook shot in shadow? That would be ridiculous.
Well, it's better than hookshot on 30 skulls.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But, yeah, the fact that Din's Fire is the route to Phantom Ganon is interesting. It could be hookshot, could be bow.
Could also be for Spirit Key logic. It could also be for... it could be the first flame source that could be used. Like, for Composer's Grave or Haunted Wasteland, if they're not hinted... Well, if they're not, like, hinted or anything.
Yep, but I still maintain that seeing Din's Fire...
Shoot.
Seeing Din's Fire on the path to Phantom Ganon is not a reassuring thing.
Who knows? It could be on King Dodongo himself.
True, it might be that we have more than one item in here. Wait, are Choose now in Logic?
We have Choose now.
Oh yes, I know that we have Choose, but are Choose in Logic? I don't know.
Well, we got a
That
bomb
seems
bag.
like a weird choice. Okay, still... Okay, Choose are not in Logic. Okay. Oh, sorry, Pepperoni. I misread that and thought you were being serious rather than sarcastic.
Well, even if they're not in Logic, they're still pretty fun to have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I missed what was on Dodongo. Come on, XI. Oh, no, just a recovery hub. Nope, bye.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I was just surprised why you were saying Choose mattered, because it's like, we have 2 bomb bags. Why would Choose matter unless Choose are in Logic? No.
Always fun to have those Choose, just in case you want to do some swag strats.
I mean, there are some really cool swag strats you can do with Choose.
Yeah, and I've been learning a lot of them. Oh, another... It's the second bomb bag.
Yeah, as
It's
I
always
said.
nice to have those bombs. And X-High is going to be getting his soon.
I mean, it's a big chest, you go for it. And having more bombs isn't exactly a bad thing.
Of course not. They just needed a shield. And then they could do so many ground jumps.
Yes, the light arrow cutscene is the vanilla requirement, which is the Shadow and Spirit medallions, which they now have now that they've completed Dodongo's Cavern. So they can just straight up go and get the light arrows cutscene at, 15 less than minutes in.
All I could say is that if it were on SGL settings, then all they'd have to do is get the stones.
Yeah, no.
Oh, small chest in the Redid Grotto.
40 Skulls is dead. Thank goodness. On the other hand, that just makes 50 worse if we need it.
Will it be another 50 skull strength seed?
Oh, that sounds like base as heck.
That actually happened yesterday in the NA Weekly. Though that wasn't the first logical or the second one either, because they were on low sphere checks too. Well, the first one was, because all you needed was a slingshot on 10 skulls.
Yep, I see a strat that I've not seen before, which is a peeking strat. It's the zooming out in order to see what size the hammer chest is. I've not seen that one before, but that's cool.
Yeah, I've been seeing that one as well as a few other ones. Double take on that one.
Yeah, did you actually see whether that was a big chest or a small one? I think it was a small one, but I can't tell.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. But we're going to see it 3 more times.
Chat, did you think it was small or big?
Oh,
VXR
small.
Yeah, VXR says small, and I thought it was small, but I wasn't entirely sure. Ooh, Skull Mask has Zora tunic. That's a thing.
Big chest here.
I will take that strength. Thank you very much.
Hog.
Also, Skull Mask hint nice and close to Skull Mask. Did you see what was on the volcano? Because I didn't.
I just need to take a bit of a look at it then.
Hopefully other people will be going in there soon, so we'll get another few looks.
Yep. So, Creative is going to be getting the Minuet check.
Well,
And
why wouldn't you?
You could also check what's on the Wolfos chest. If it's like a small chest, then...
Oh yeah,
it
we
has to be
actually
from-
have bombs on our first visit. What is this madness?
It's not one of those who needs bomb seeds. What?
Frogs 2 final bomb bag. Well, we ain't doing them.
Oh my god. That is actually pretty funny.
Market Foolish is nice to see.
Yep. That's a handful of checks that we don't have to worry about.
And also means that if we get Eponas in a important area like Sacred Forest Meadow, then we know it's not for big pose.
SFM's gonna be leading to a song.
Yeah, I didn't see what Wolfer's Grotto was apart from not important.
Yeah, it was a small chest.
Graveyard is on the path to Phantom Ganon. What did we get there?
Graveyard. Let's see. We only did like Dampe and the Shield Graves.
It could be forest access.
Indeed. It could be on Sun's song, or it could be on the composer's grave. Or it could be...
Training ground is on the path to Baronade. Okay.
That's
yeah, I'm assuming
interesting.
it has to be composer grave song because there wasn't anything on the 2 Danbei checks, there wasn't anything on Shield Grave, wasn't anything on the Graveyard Ledge, so it has to be composer grave song, composer grave chest, or Danbei digging as a child?
Wasn't there also the Sun Song grave?
True.
I think we got like 4 different checks that we still don't know about yet.
Okay, so I think that might have been a lens on the volcano, but I'm not sure.
Song of Time on Minuet. 50 Skulls is dead. Perfect.
Nice. So yeah, it could be composer grave chest, because then Din's and the chest combine nicely. Yep, thank you, Tamaltak. I was already thinking it. Tamaltak knows the logic of this game well, and knows how I think.
Yeah, it does seem most likely that the grave will have something.
And we're about to see the song, because a creative username is taking a look.
Yep.
Ooh, Deku Stick upgrades in the Death Mountain Crater War. Nice.
Well, he won't have to worry about a shortage of sticks. Ooh, big chest in Mito's house. For the bow.
I will take that bow, thank you very much. But that only means that the hovers.
Yes.
We've found a strength already. Din's might just be leading to Forest Temple access via a song.
Yep.
I missed what song was got in the composer grave. Was that a bonus?
Yeah, I missed that song too. Oh,
It
was it Pona?
So this is looking pretty damn snarled already. But yes, arias and minuets do in fact still mean something. Mido Skip is still not in logic. And probably a good thing too, because otherwise stuff gets really messy.
That is a possibility. The opponent's song to get hookshot in GTG.
Gerudo Valley is on the path to Volvagia. Ah.
Ooh. In other words, we're gonna have to grab a chicken today. And 30 Skulls is dead. Hog.
It still means you should probably check 10 and 20 though.
Of course.
I mean, I am very fond of the Gerudo Valley checks. People who have heard me commentate before know that I'm fond of the Season 3 start. I like doing Gerudo Valley down into Lake Hylia because it just gets so many hint stones.
Yep. And you get 2 extra checks if you have a bomb bag.
No.
If you're doing the whole loop. The Southern Hyrule, like Remote Grotto and Scrub Grotto.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the remote grotto. I don't really count that in there, but yeah, that's probably a good place to root in remote grotto. It's just, my seeds having bomb bags early? What is this madness? Yeah, I think my brain just mentally filed remote grotto under Hyrule Field cleanup. I have had the first bomb bag in a seed that I rolled be in the Jabu Jabu map chest before. Like, not even the rank chest, the map chest. Am I still here? Yes, I am still here, apparently. Oh yeah, open grotto I love. And the scroll grotto right outside Lake Hylia absolutely makes sense. I just tend to forget that remote grotto is near it. Oh, here we go. We're seeing the Composer Grave torch trick. Oh no, Exile.
Nope. He was too far to the right.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna go for it again.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you? You've got 2 hints that, combined with the items you have, means this looks really suspicious.
Yep.
Also, just a quick shout out, we've got some really good runners on today. A creative username, XI, Cubs Rule, and Mr. Cub. Cubs Rule does a lot of admin stuff for us. Ooh, Burning Kakariko is Sari's song. Interesting. And nothing on Danpei digging his child.
Just Greg.
Honestly, some people would be so upset at having a meme being relegated to just.
Especially on a Sphere 0 check.
I mean, delicious memes. Yeah, I'm very curious as to what Composer Grave is, but I was thinking that because I wasn't using the setup that I usually see. But then again, I know why, because the setup I usually see for that actually goes into the poison. And with, even if you've got double defense, that's not many hearts.
Looks like we might be getting a GTG play.
I like it, but did they get the Gerudo Valley hint?
I don't believe so, because that was at the Temple of Time.
Well, creative username is definitely doing the setup to peek the ledge crate.
Yep.
I did not see what that was. It looked kind of circular.
It looked like a bomb refill. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, looked circular.
Looks like he's setting up for Death Warp.
I mean, maybe, possibly, who knows. It'll take a while with double defense to die, though.
Yeah, he's only got 4 hearts, so he should die a bit quicker. Maybe not as quick.
Oh, hi, Hovers. Wait.
Oh, they're the hover boots! The
But that makes that hint even more confusing.
fire key logic, which means it might be before highest Goron.
Yeah, so it's Hovers locked fire, but that just makes the hint about the path to Phantom Ganon even weirder. No, sorry, not the path to Phantom Ganon, the path to Bongo Bongo.
Well, there's still magic that's needed for it, as well as a hookshot.
Yeah. But this is showing hints of being snarled.
So the seed's certainly pointing you towards the Gerudo area.
Yeah, also nice silver scale on.
Yep. It looks like Mr. Carp's gonna be following in Creative Username's footsteps.
I mean, it makes sense with the hints you have. I missed the hint that Cubs just read in Hyrule Castle, though.
Oh, that's for Lab Dive, and it's dead.
Hey! Yeah, good point, Natasha. Creative Username did not get that fairy bow from Mido's house, so they're going to be going into Gerudo Training Grounds without a bow.
Yeah, and it's something that Mr. Carps doesn't have to worry about.
Yeah, Carp is going to be able to get a lot more checks in Gerudo Training Grounds. And is peeking the hammer. Oh, that's small, I think, rather than big.
It is small. That means it just hovers there of a value in,
Yep, though Mr. Carp does not feel like death warping today.
He's got like 6 hearts, so it would take far too long.
Yep, especially with double defense. Yeah, I reckon I'm leaning towards Composed Grave Chest having hookshot. But it could be pretty much anywhere. Anywhere Din's locked, that is. Hello, that's Strength 2 in Gerudo Training Grounds. Gerudo
Damn.
Training Grounds is the path to Baronade.
Indeed. Must mean that there might be something in Spirit Temple. Or it could be in the Pancake Room.
It could be in the like room. It could be in on outside Ganon's Castle Ferry. That would be a thing. But I'm just going, all of our hints are pointing to items that do not at first glance seem to go anywhere near the boss they talked about.
Very true.
Yeah, it looks like Minuet is logically required. So it could be just for that.
They don't have to worry about the center chest, thankfully.
Even if the game wants all dungeons, it can't be in the path to thingy hints as far as I'm aware, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it means that this is going to go spaghetti. Okay, so we are going to see this room in Gerudo Training Grounds being done hookshotless on creative username side, which honestly I find easier than just having one hookshot because I can never get the angle for the hookshot target right with only one hookshot.
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to pick up.
Yeah, as I said, I just find it easier. Hello, that's Megaton Hammer on horseback archery.
Damn.
So, Epona's song was on. Epona's song was in Sacred Forest Meadow. Sacred Forest Meadow was on the path to.
No, it was in the graveyard.
Oh, it was in the graveyard. Okay. Wait. Graveyard is on the path to Phantom Ganon. We just got the hammer!
Yep.
So, well, this is interesting, isn't it? Honestly, the first hookshot could be in many different places at this point.
Yep. Though mostly pointing towards the graveyard or the Gerudo area.
I mean, combined with the hammers, it might be something on Volvagia?
Possibly.
Or, hang on, wait a minute. Sarius is on Burning Kakariko, right?
Yep.
Oh god, is it just for Burning Kakariko? Is it just beating fire to get Burning Kakariko? No, it can't be. Because Forest is Forest Medallion.
Yep. Which means that Minuet is our logical access.
Which means we need to work out where it is.
Basically.
We know what's on Ocarina of Time, don't we? Yeah, I think it might need to be Ice Cavern.
Strength 2 was in GTG BMO's chest.
Yep.
And that's what Carp will be getting right now.
Oh wait, chest size matches content mucks up the hovers into this wall trick, doesn't it? Huh.
Yeah, it changes a lot of the different tricks in certain dungeons, like Shadow.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I hadn't considered that before, because everything that you need to stand on the chest for, suddenly you don't know whether it's going to be the right size chest or not.
Yeah. And there's another big chest. There's access to Deku Tree.
This path just got more snarled. So you know that thing you were saying right at the beginning?
Yes. About GTG having the key...
Well, about the Kokiri sword being the path to somewhere and something else being in Deku Tree.
Yep.
How much do you want to bet?
It could be a boomerang. Or
Did you curse the seed? Did you curse them?
Maybe. Like, I was just pointing out the hypothetical. Oh, there's magic.
Yeah, there's magic. That makes everything much simpler.
Now, creative username just needs a hook shot.
But wait. We've got everything for Shadow.
Still need to get the hook shot to get to the back half.
True, yes.
Or at least logically.
God, I'm going to need to actually just straight up write down which thing's on the path to what. I need to get that in my head.
Yeah. I have my tracker updated for that.
Oh, that's a good point. That is out of logic magic. That magic is not in logic. It might have made the logic a lot... It might have made the seed a lot simpler, but not the logic.
Oh, yeah, it is in logic with 3 keys.
Well, no, because you need to have way more keys than that because of key logic.
It's only like, yeah, it's in logic because it was in the hidden room.
Oh, Song of Time, right.
True, there's no minuet, so it's still not in logic yet, now that I think about it.
Oh, hi, light arrows. Oh, but Song of Time is out of logic. And I missed that hint in front of King Zora again.
Oh, creative user Cubs is gonna have to get a more money to do the diving minigame.
Oof.
It shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, but also, having your options for the path to Baronade being the strength upgrade, the Kikiri sword, and magic is not reassuring for your logic. Yeah, these path hints do make it a lot more complex. Minuet has to be an ice cavern, then. Or across the desert. Maybe have we seen what was in the desert yet? I know we got Requiem, but I don't know if anyone followed it yet.
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, hello, Rain.
So we might get a check from X High now to see the Sorry Song one.
I think someone mentioned that we saw a hint for Bolero on Ocarina of Time. I admit I missed it. And a small chest in Composer's Grave just leads to more questions, yeah. Oh, and irons. Actually, we do have the bow in logic. It's gonna take a while to get used to this, isn't it?
Yes, I'd imagine so.
Are you used to the path of whatever hints?
A little bit.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Though I'll have to get used to Closed Deku.
Closed Deku I know about from Season 4, so that's fine.
Yeah. We'll get a song check from Saria in just a minute or so.
This is going to...
Oh!
That's Serenade. That's not helpful!
Nope.
So it has to be Song of Time. And if it's Song of Time, that means it's either Gerudo Training Ground, probably Keys. In which case, do we reckon Song of Time needed for Gerudo Training Grounds to get enough keys to get magic?
Yep.
Which is surprisingly simple, actually. On the other hand, it could still be... no, Eponus was in Composer Grave. Never mind, ignore me.
Ooh, those light arrows.
Okay, so one path solved, but more questions raised. Yeah, it does mean rushing Shadow is a good play. But there's the thing. A creative username still doesn't have the bow. They don't know that that's all in logic. And it also means they don't have that Megaton hammer. Yeah, the fact that Song of Time isn't in logic is another question entirely.
We still haven't seen the Requiem check, sadly, and I would imagine that's most likely where Minuet is.
But on the other hand, if it's in ice, then that just makes us all question everything we already knew.
That would mean we'd have to look for Rudo's letter as well.
Yep.
Ooh, and Furor's Wind in Shadow Temple.
Gotta love Furor's. Also, nice to get it this early. Also, can I just mention, we're in Shadow, and it's only... hang on. That's Boomerang in Lost Woods. Okay, so it's just Ruto's that's causing problems, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I get the impression Furor's Wind is going to be very helpful with this seed, because it looks like there's a lot of going backwards and forwards.
And anything that's magic locked could be behind the tree, or in Spirit Temple could potentially be where that boomerang is.
No, we just found a boomerang. It's in Lost Woods.
I mean, where that Rudo's letter. I mean.
Requiem was in Lon Lon Ranch.
Yep. Yes, because for Forced Simple Access, Saria's song is on Burning Cack, so it can't be anything useful for a while. Or at least nothing for 3 dungeons. Being Forest, Shadow, and Fire. Fire was on the Scrub in Lost Woods.
Rang was on the Scrub in Lost Woods. Din's Fire was in Dodongo's Cavern.
Yep. On the bomb chest.
Yeah, I was just saying, creative username just went backwards through the guillotine room. What the heck?
Oh, the mirror shield.
Why?
And that's in the invisible spike room.
Oh,
With the
there we
hook
go.
shot.
We found a hook shot. Everything's fine. Things now make sense. The mirror is terrifying, but we have the hook shot at least.
Yep. This is where Rush Shadow comes into play.
I mean, we were rushing Shadow because of the hints, and having the hints leading to the hookshot makes complete sense.
Indeed.
Yeah, anything that says Phantom Ganon can just be pointing to Shadow Temple. But also, yeah, first hookshot in Shadow Temple is Trolley. You are not wrong, no pen name girl.
And then Carp can follow that up with Forest Temple.
Oh yeah, because Creative Username still doesn't have the bow. Oh god, when are they ever going to go to Mido's house?
That is a good question.
When are they ever going to go to Lost Woods? We've got a path to Baronade that's nowhere near Lost Woods. Oh, interesting. Cubs is going to go and check Child Goron City.
Well, it means a fresh new batch of checks for us.
I mean, this basically isn't hinted anywhere.
Indeed. And there's a bottle.
Yeah, we have a bottle at the top of Zora's River, though, but it still doesn't have Ruto's letter.
Indeed. Won't stop them from rushing ice.
True, we do have King Zora Skippers being allowed, even if it's not in logic.
Indeed. Aurora's was in Shadow Temple, the spinning scythe room. And there's the big key chest.
That one's definitely big enough to do the hookshot trick.
Yep. It's also a new batch of sometimes hints that came along with the path to rewards, or at least around the same time.
Yeah, they were slightly before, I believe.
Yeah. It's still really nice to have.
Yeah. Yeah, we've just got a hell of a lot of options that Ruto's could be behind.
Yep, given what we've gotten in GTG so far.
Yeah. So we know that Song Time's need for Bongo. Song Time needs Minuet, but Minuet might need letter. Minuet could just still be sitting out in the desert.
Indeed.
Oh, Desert is Suns, we saw it. Okay, I missed that, thank you.
Oh, at least Creative beat the wind.
And I'm glad Cubswell doesn't just wander out without paying the scrub for his boomerang. But yeah, this invisible chest, this double big chest room in Shadow is pretty damn nice.
Indeed.
Oh, Carb setting up for Raw's Wind here. Is he just failing? Hammer was in Gerudo Training Ground. No, sorry, it was on Horseback Archery, yes. I knew it was somewhere in Gerudo's.
Yep. Where's Mr.
No, Carp got
going?
hookshot. Carp got hookshot and mirror shield. So Carp, I think, is heading straight to Forest.
Yep.
It's fine, C-Force. Carp got the hookshot first.
And then he set up his FW.
Yep, so he can just jump straight back here.
At least we get the longest dungeons out of the way first.
Yeah, and while we still have plenty to theorise about logic-wise.
Yep. And plus, Forest holds hostage to one song at least. And 2 with both Shadow and Fire completed.
That just looks like a blue pea on the arch.
Yeah.
I'm just loving chat coming up with all these logic theories. Yeah, that makes sense. Because if hookshot is locked all the way back there, we'd need hovers to cross over the bridge to get to Fire Temple in the song now.
Oh, that's Sun Song on DC. Oh boy.
Yeah, we did get... Chat did tell us that one.
Rush Ice?
Yeah. I mean, I am very fond of Ice Cavern. I do like Ice Cavern. I'm really fond of its music. But also... It's a long way to walk. Much as I love people going to Ice Cavern, it's a long walk. But yeah, Gerudo Training Grounds was Path of Baronade. Fortress was only relevant because of Epona's. So Epona's led to... actually, Epona's also led to just being able to cross the chasm and get to Gerudo Training Grounds. Yep. So it could just be for desert area. It could just be for like Gerudo Training Grounds access. The hammer might not be anything to do with it. My logic isn't wrong, right? Yeah, I mean, it could be that hammer is important. It could be that it's just across and we got baited. Logical double jip of Gerudo Training Grounds? I don't know. What do you think?
It seems like it. I mean, considering that we haven't gotten the hook, that the hook shot was in Shadow Temple. Unless they wanted us to go to... Actually, no. It would be a logical double dip.
Yeah. Let's see, what did we... Oh, okay. I see that the bullshit command has been updated.
It'd be something in Spirit Temple or Deku Tree.
I mean, and that's not even covering the Minuet nonsense. We've still got to get Minuet for logical access to Song of Time.
Yep.
Also, hello Bigoron Sword, we like you. You can stay. Why can't Letter be mirror locked in Spirit? Mirror is in Shadow, yes, but oh, it's the logical double dip, right. Could be child spirit. Hi, Tanarin. What's happening is Forest Temple access logic is being stupid. Siberian, I didn't think that they climbed. I know we saw all the chests on the bottom floor, but I didn't think we climbed. Oh, no key? I didn't think we needed a key to get to Child Climb Room. Sarius is on Burning Kakariko, which is why we know that our Forest Temple access has to be Minuet.
Which means that we're gonna have to find Rudo's letter soon.
Because we think Minuet has to be an ice cavern? I don't think we've got anywhere else it can be. Oh, creative username just made a happy. Creative username just got a bow on Bongo Bongo!
Bailout.
They are going to be so unhappy when they go to Mido's house. We're just going to enjoy this. Yeah, no, sorry, Pam, mate. The EU Weekly happens at 2 PM UK time, regardless of where UK time is.
Looks like Cub's got it, and it's a small chest.
That's a Blue Pea in Composer's Grave. There's a bow in Mido's house. There is a Sphere Zero bow. Nice photo bomb from the Redead there, thank you. Okay, what's in Sunsong Grave?
It's another small chest.
Well, at least it's not a Blue Pea.
Of course not.
So it just has to be yeah, it just has to be the song then.
Yep.
So it has to be Epona's.
Indeed.
Oh, do we want to bet for where the bloomin' heck letter is?
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah, there are so many places it can be. So, to clarify, Market is foolish. Do we have any other foolish locations? Water?
Yep. Water and Market.
And we know that Guerrilla Training Grounds is on the path to Baronade, but we found a lot in there. Oh, Zora's Fountain as well. Nice.
Well, that means that those iron boots would only be useful for, like, Toilet and Tektite Grotto. Oh no. I just thought of something nasty. There might be something in the toilet.
I mean, it could just be in... I mean, why can't it just be in the toilet? It could just be in the toilet.
Yeah, because I think that's in logic. Well, not yet until we get Minuet. Which would mean Rudo's letter. Which is not on 10 Skulls.
Oh, I'm just trying to work out where on earth I put my bet in for.
I'm just gonna bet that.
Yep, this is why I'm going at least one more twist than what we're already thinking. Speaking of which, it's been an hour. We should say thank you to people. So, shout outs to our amazing trackers who are keeping track of where the bleep everything is. So, thank you very much to No Pen Name Girl, ATM Shadow, Siberian, and the Alan Heffley. Thank you to my lovely co-commentator, Lee Harold, it's their first time on ZSR commentating. And thank you to our restreamer, who I am not sure whether it's Jimbo or Siberian, but thank you very much. Light arrows are just sitting in the middle of Zora's River, it's fine.
Yeah, they could pick that up whenever.
Yep, Jimbo is our restreamer. Thank you very much. Though I thought Jimbo was an alt account of Salty Sponge.
You mean Jimbo69?
Yep. Oh, so did everyone else. Fair enough. Oh, hey, it's Jimbo's first restream on ZSR. We've got an entire set of firsts. So, yep, massive shout out to everyone. Doing a good job.
My bet's about to come pretty soon.
Oh, my bet is that there's at least one more twist before the end.
You can peek at that chest. You won't be able to obtain it if it's big, because, you know, no hook shot.
Yeah. I thought... No, it's
Oh, there's the key.
That doesn't have magic, yeah. Ah, that's a useful key. Good thing we don't have to stay within Spirit Temple key logic, because let's face it, there's only a very, very select group of people who can work out Spirit Temple key logic. It's a goddamn mess.
Nope, that's a small chest. That means I'm out.
Oh hey, we've got a raid. Scorpio's Final Gambit, raiding the party of 4. Nice to meet you. This is a very silly seed. Okay, so basically to summarise this entire seed, everything is Song of Time locked. Apart from the bow, the rang, and a few other things that are just randomly in Sphere 0. Like hovers.
And bomb bag.
Yep.
And Din's fire.
In all fairness, that one's at least locked by the bomb bag rather than Song of Time.
Yep. And Strength 2 isn't locked by Song of Time.
Yeah.
It's still worth rushing ice because it might have like an item that we need, but it's seeming to be less likely.
You know, I'm suddenly a lot more confident in my bet of being at least one more twist before we find out where Letter is. Cubs, market's foolish. Yeah, we've seen Child Spirit, but we haven't seen Child Climb. Yeah, Siberian. I did think that, you know, Cubs had seen the market foolish hints, but he's still doing big pose. I don't know why.
Maybe he wants that extra money.
Well, he's not getting the extra money, he's getting bombs.
Well, he got 50 rupees anyways.
Yeah, that's actually not bad, true. Oh, if it's strength 3 locking Ruto's letter, then I definitely am saying that I managed to call the one more twist before the end.
Yep.
Hey, Hellknight.
Howdy.
So, Hammer Fairy didn't have... Sorry, Crater Fairy didn't have anything. I think the interesting one to look at right now is probably Mr. Carp.
Yep, because he's in Fire Temple.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how deep in Forest we've seen. And a creative username could find something interesting in Forest still.
Yep. Well, he's got all the small keys.
Oh, look, there's Minuet. Okay,
Oh
so everything is now in logic because of hovers on Gerudo Valley.
Yep, and that means Ruto's letter can be anywhere.
Yep, that means Ruto's letter can be anywhere.
And I'm just going to assume it could be in the tree.
It could be so anywhere. So very anywhere.
I'm just thinking about the path to Baronade anyways, just because,
Yep, everyone's bets are alive again. This is why I was not believing me. No, it has to be behind Strength 2. Also, why did we... Not everyone forgot the Crater song. Someone did point out that, those hover boots were the only way that you could get to Fire Temple and the song. We don't necessarily just need hovers to get to the Bolero check, because Gerudo Valley was on the path to Volvagia. That means that it might just be for access to Fire Temple, or it could be because Volvagia is hovers locked.
I'm gonna go with the latter on this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Song of Time, we did find very early it was in the Minuet spot. That's why there was all the logic tangle around getting Minuet. I believe that was just a normal bottle, but I could be wrong. Also, Eyeball Frog!
Too bad that he won't... Well, it's a good thing he won't be used for eye drops to this seed.
Oh, but we could Frog Warp if we wanted to go to Ice Cavern.
True.
I mean, I don't think we want to go to Ice Cavern, much as I want to go to Ice Cavern, but Frog Warp is cool.
Well, I mean, we're technically just a Ruto's letter from no mode.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're in a casino.
Yeah. The most likely places are locked behind Strength 2, or Magic, or Kokiri Sword. And since
It could even be
two of those-
Mirror Shield.
Well, Mirror Shield was in Shadow Temple.
Which was locked by magic in Gerudo Training Grounds.
Very true.
So, literally anywhere.
Yeah, it's most likely between Deku and Spirit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's most likely one of the items that directly, but who knows? Hookshot was also locked by the magic. So, yeah.
Yes,
It
very
could
true.
be. Who even knows anymore? Oh, Cubs is going to get the hammer.
Yep. That was HBA 1000, I believe.
I mean, it's not necessarily anything hook locked, it's just like anything hook locked, anything strength locked, anything strength 2 or higher locked, anything magic locked. And we haven't seen Forest Basement yet. And Forest Basement is absolutely like sticking its oar into things. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I was just confirming that it was 1500 now.
Yep. I'm not sure Creative is too worried about Hammer right now. They've still got a lot of stuff they can do.
Indeed.
Because Creative is probably going to want to go back to Gerudo Training Grounds for all the bow checks.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The path hints I think are going to take a bit of getting used to because people will overthink it. But it gives a lovely insight into the actual logic of the sea, because otherwise we have just gone, okay, so Sacred Forest Meadow, Way of the Hero. Ah, it's for Epona's, for getting the hammer, and for doing Fire Temple. That makes perfect sense. It's only the fact that it was flagged for something completely different that's really confused us. Sorry, yes, Epona's was in Graveyard, but that was also hinted. I just said the wrong name.
There's that fairy coming in clutch for X High.
Hey!
And you'll probably have to pick another one up for when he fights Volvagia.
Yeah, and yep, Boomerang was Sphere Zero. We can just wander over and get it. Come on, what's in the Forest Temple basement?
Must know.
That's a good question, Pepperoni.
That's a big chest.
I don't think I want to know the answer.
A wallet.
Okay, so, you know, Forest Basement chest, that is absolutely actually a thing, even if it is bait.
It just means that Creative can get a Goron tunic once he saves up enough money for it.
Yes. We know that Zora tunic is on Skull Mask, which they could technically get quite easily. And it's in Logic, so we don't need 2 wallets, even though 2 wallets are now in Logic, because there was a wallet in the back of Lon Lon.
Yep. So I don't think they'll need the Zora tunic. Unless it's for toilet.
True, true. Oh, that's a big chest. That's a slingshot. That was their first slingshot. We had a slingshot from elsewhere in a grotto, I think. Ah, Hyrule Scrub Grotto. There we go.
Oh! Ooh! Thinking at those
I
hover boots.
I had not seen that skip before. That's kind of cool.
I actually did it a few times before, one of which was in a match.
Oh, that was Goron Tunic on Phantom Ganon.
Hey! That means we don't need to buy one then. Where will he go next?
Not checking the hints at Deku. Creative username. Oh, but creative username might be stopping into Mido's house and they're not going to be happy. I'm just going to watch creative username's camera for a moment. No, they're running around Mido's house.
No, wait, never mind. He's gonna go back in. There's that big chest. No reaction.
Oh, that's a pity.
He's gonna be farming money off those skull kids, so...
Rude.
Yes, tackling kids for money.
Cubs is going to be glad to get their magic at last.
Indeed.
Hi, Doobie Decker. So, Just read that. We have very much got spaghetti logic. And Ritter's lesser can be anywhere. Oh hey, Hammer Chest was the Deku Shield. There is a path to Baronade, yeah.
Yeah, it's GTG.
Yeah.
But we have like 3 items in there. One of which is... Yeah. But one of them, being Strength 2, is not locked by Song of Time.
Yeah, half the seed is behind that hint. Because yeah, Magic, Locked, Hookshot, our only Hookshot we've seen so far, and Mirror Shield. Honestly, Decker, it's probably a good thing you're not playing this seed, because this seed would drive you to drink a lot earlier. Is the betting still open? Because that should probably be closed at some point. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot we had irons in GTG as well, but I think we've got a foolish water and fountain. Yeah, the other hook shot has to be hook locked or this logic gets even more silly.
Well, at least the creative username is going to be getting his boss key, because that's not hammer locked, as far as I know. Actually,
Yep.
it is.
On the other hand, we might see Frogwalk. Look, I just want to see Frogwalk again. Oh no, Mr. Okay, you've got a fairy. You've got a fairy, everything's fine.
Always trust your fairies. Speaking of which, that's what X-High is grabbing now.
No, Pepperoni, it does need to be locked because otherwise Epona's doesn't make sense. The Path to Phantom Ganon needs to be Epona's song. That needs long shots to be locked. No one has been to Deku? No. Ooh, that's a nice model for white magic. I like that. Basically, we need Epona for crossing to get to this area. And Exige is going into Volvagia Fighters. Mr. Carp is just ending it. Ah, yes, Pambait, we're on closed Deku. So no one's managed to go child again after getting Kakiri. Yes, we are using Season 5 settings. And Siberian says that toilet is an item of some sort. Uh-oh. Cubs is going to do Wasteland Chest. That's interesting. Letter. I think Darunia check is one of the few things. Oh, it needs Saria's song.
Yep. It could still possibly be that, because Jabbo is on Light Medallion. But I'm very doubtful of that.
Yeah, it seems unlikely, but it is technically possible, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Sarius is on Burning Kakariko, so we need to do Forest, Shadow, and Fire to get that.
And Carp should be getting that in about 10-15 minutes.
Yep. Come on, Cubs, what's on Wasteland? We haven't seen it yet. If this is Ruto's. If this is no, it's a small chest, we're fine. Okay, so creative username is going back to do the rest of Gerudo Training Grounds at a guess. Cubs is finally heading into Shadow. Took you a while. Carp is just going through Forest. Exai, I don't know where you're going. What are you missing? Oh, you need to go back to Gerudo Training Grounds as well. You don't have any magic. Yeah, Cubs is very So, as Siberian says, Cubs is being very thorough with overworld checks. Now they're just starting their dungeon diving. Makes sense.
That's an interesting angle to shoot from.
Oh wow, I've not seen that one before. That's cool.
I'll have to give that one a shot.
Way.
Well, good thing I just take screenshots for like visual references, and that's usually what helps me with some of these tricks.
Yeah, I tend to actually just ask people about tricks they know about, but I mean, the thing is, you have to climb all the way up here anyway, so I'm not sure how much time it saves doing it all the way from down there versus doing it from right next to them.
That's a good point.
I mean, I guess it means you can peek it.
Yep.
Yeah, as Dubudeka says, it's chest size matches content. Lets you know if you need to open it.
Yeah. Ooh, there's one of my favorite tricks in Forest Temple with hover boots. Ooh, wait. Is Hai doing chickens?
Hai is doing chickens. We're seeing the child checks coming out. It's nice how everyone just goes, chickens!
Well, of course. Who doesn't like seeing chickens?
Kuiper. Kuiper don't care.
Yes. Funny enough, during my co-op match against him and his team, chickens had one of the strengths.
Oh no.
That was actually pretty funny.
So, fun fact. Kuiper did a charity marathon this weekend, and before they started their Ocarina of Time Rando Seed, foolishly, I asked the question, so how much do we need to donate for you to do chickens? And he said $15. At which point, someone who wasn't me immediately donated 30.
That's like 2 chickens checks at once.
And then it got hinted to be a bloopy, but he still had to do it.
Oh my god.
We love him, really.
Uh-oh. The chicken's on the fence. Hopefully... There we go.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely worth it. Kuiper's a lot more mellow about chickens than they used to be, mostly-ish. Hi, 48. I see your pun.
And a toilet check, too?
Oh wow, we get to see toilets as well.
Oh my goodness. Now Hai's gonna be under attack by,
Oh
chicken.
no! No! Run, Hai! Run!
That's what he did after getting the check.
Oh yes, that's an amazing clip, and I am so glad that I was commentating.
Looks like toilet came up empty as well. So Iron's confirmed not path unless there's something in... Was Tectite Grotto checked, by the way? Forget. Someone's saying... Oh, right. I'm gonna trust VXR. Well, iron's definitely not path then. Hopefully someone decides to go into the tree. Though Hai is the only person who can't do it.
Sorry, I just got back from watching that clip because it was great. But yeah, I really respect Kuiper as a commentator, and I was really excited for that match because Kuiper was basically one of the main people who got me to do commentary. Like, I didn't think I would be any good at it, and he was one of the main people who said to give it a go. So that was my first match actually commentating with him, and then that happens. It was so great. Also, thank you for resubscribing, Doc Eats. Okay, now a creative username has their hammer. So, where are they going now? Also, yes, Siberian, thank you for rolling that. That was great.
Well, at least Cubs will be getting a free shield out of this. After his hook shot, of course. That's a nice blue color.
Oh, that is nice. I like that. That's a gorgeous colour. I admit I am partial to the gold and white aesthetic, but that's me being biased. Oh yeah, Minuet was in Death Mountain Crater, so yeah, that's fine. That was just locked by hovers. Look, it might not match the tunic or the glove. Well, it kind of matches the glove. But, you know, sometimes you just have to choose something with a really nice colour.
Ooh, and he's getting crushed again.
Just like his hopes and dreams. No, XI just got the Bigoron sword. Bigger stabby.
The largest Stabatha of them all.
That is a good point. Where was Child Spawn? I lost track of it.
That's a good question.
Have we... Oh, outside Hyrule Castle Ferry, apparently, according to Siberia.
Damn.
Nice place. At least you can get back to the Temple of Time fairly quickly from there. And you don't need to worry about the day-night cycle. I'd take that. Especially given they haven't found Prelude. So, XI doing Child Goron City. We have already seen these checks. Yeah, Prelude must be in ice. No.
Yep.
No more missing on checks. Actually, it could be on Vanilla Prelude. Because we don't know what's on the Forest Medallion song, which is the Prelude check. It could just be Vanilla. Also, now that people have mentioned Majora's Mask, I now just irritatingly have the Adalwa speech in the boss fight in my head. It's really annoying. So chat, as a punishment for getting that sound effect in my head, suggest other songs that I can replace it with.
Ooh, that's interesting. You can actually... TSMC can make it much easier for that part of Shadow Temple to do, like, hookless shadow. That's good to know.
Yep, but that's really nice. I think Dubudecker is winning the small earworm competition with Toto and Africa. Though it is now trying to morph and combine with Cotton Eye Joe in a horrific conglomeration of awful. Ooh, Christmas songs aren't a bad call. They do tend to be quite earwormy. But also, it is not allowed to be Christmas until after my brother's birthday. By which I mean, like, near the end of November.
Looks like Hai is going to be heading back into GTG.
Oh, finally. That's really been blocking them.
And everyone else is just rushing dungeons.
I mean, it makes sense.
And Carp's basically just one item. Well, not one item. He still has, like, stuff to do as child. Don't think he's gone back child yet.
Yeah, still needs to pick up that boomerang. So, as far as they're aware, they're chasing both Ruto's letter and Rang for Jabu.
Mm-hmm. Though his child segment's going to be fairly short once he finds his Rang in Lost Woods and the Ruto's letter.
I mean, it depends actually, because they may well decide to go and get that Forest Temple and Sarius, so they could end up doing a lot of Lost Wood checks and dancing Darunia, because they're going to pick up Sarius.
Yep.
Okay, but chat. We know that you can't trust capitalism to obey any moral or ethics codes, especially when Christmas ought to start.
Yep. You shouldn't trust capitalism with any holiday, not just Christmas.
True. Storms. I don't think we've actually seen storms at all. That's another option for what might be on the Prelude check, or might be an ice cavern. So actually, if we get storms on the medallion, and we get Sarius on Burning Kakariko, this could be a really long child segment. Okay, Vidya, I've no idea if you're actually being serious or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, no, I would. Carp's nice. He wouldn't just not pay.
So this is not at all a Skull Seed, because they're all dead.
Absolutely. Also, we still do need to do Deku.
Yep.
Like, this is going to be a long child segment. I mean, White Iris, you are also correct of you just shouldn't trust capitalism, but Okay, I would like to note that your comment has succeeded because it made one of my boyfriends just snort with laughter, and he generally doesn't even react when I make my awful puns. Therefore, that comment is winning at humour. This is closed Deku, but we did find the Kokiri sword in Gerudo Training Grounds, along with everything else.
Yep.
So yeah, Deku is an entirely legitimate place to find Ruto's letter.
That path to Baronade is just looking so open. And it looks like Carp is going to be heading back as child, but first, Boulder of Destiny.
Oh, are they not going to get the songs? Get Saria's song? Oh, they did get Saria's song. Okay, we're fine.
Yep.
So, we reckon his child somewhere, but where? This is going to be interesting. I wonder if anyone has the correct bet. Yes, the Season 5 settings have... Well, this is... I know that this is certainly a test of them. Depending on what happens in the weeklies, they may decide to edit them a bit based on feedback. Yeah, still test settings, so... We're all guinea pigs! I mean, that's fair, Vidya. Having, you know, been on Yoshi's server with you and Carp. Yeah. I keep running into Cubs in the weirdest places elsewhere on Twitch.
Well, Song of Storms is on Prelude. I think that all confirms that Prelude is probably on ice. Yeah, it has to be on ice.
Okay, so major proposed changes. We have Path of Hints rather than Way of the Hero. We have closed Deku. Oh yes, and chest size matches contents. That's the other big one. And in all fairness, we did have closed Deku for Season 4 as well. So that seems to just mostly be something that they do for tournaments to make it just not a no-brainer to go straight for Deku. But yeah, it's also... It could just be in Well. It could just straight up be in Well. I like the fact that someone was going, wait, wasn't Season 4 closed? Yep, yeah, it was. Yeah, closed Deku, it's not great for beginners and it's not great for weeklies. Like, I have opinions on weekly settings should be accessible in order to allow people to dip in and give it a go. It needs to be accessible for that. But for tournaments where there's a higher skill bar level, yeah, closed Deku works.
Might be seeing, Okay, so... Checking on Carp, see what, Skull Kid might have.
If Skull Kid has Ruto's letter, I think chat might lose it.
I mean, it would make sense for the GTG being the path to Baronade, too.
It would. Yeah, good point, Pepperoni, good point. But... I know someone who had a technically very easy C, but because they didn't have Kokiri sword, they didn't get to 10 skulls for a long time. Also, Kokiri sword was like in the back of Gerudo Training Grounds. Yeah, Kokiri's sword in Death Mountain Crater Wall is a thing. It's not too bad, at least you can see it. Admittedly, I can't talk. My first seed was all dungeons, hard required for Bolero. I'm still salty.
Let me guess, hover boots were on the volcano?
Absolutely.
Oh god.
Yes, Gerudo Training Grounds had Magic, Irons, Kokiri Sword, and Strength 2. And the Magic locked Hookshot and Mirror Shield and Shadow.
And the irons led to nothing.
Yep, Irons was not anything. Yeah, there's a reason that for all of my seeds I just turn off all of the aiming minigames. Oh yes, and Hookshot locked Storms. Yep. Actually, Kokiri Sword hint on Mido would be a really useful beginner setting. I like that. I really like that. Allows people to choose it or not. Yeah, I like this.
So far,
not sure it should be in a tournament with closed Deku, but for beginners, hell yeah.
Well, there's Nehru's Love on that chest. Not
Hey,
much
we've
help.
got all of the spells.
Spell percent.
Oh, how close are we to meme percent? I don't know if we've seen the winner heart piece.
That's a good question.
I know we saw Greg.
Oh, right. We did.
Okay, we've seen winner heart piece. So we have Greg, we have winner heart piece. Greg, for reference, is the single green rupee. It stands for a green rupee of eternal glory, because that's the best option out of all the meme names we had. So, did we see Stone of Agony? I know Stone of Agony's in the big chest, so they might have picked it up.
So far, the Deku tree doesn't have anything unless it could be in either on Goma or in the basement chest.
Could be. And we... Oh no. No, hang on, it's fine. We found a slingshot somewhere easy to get to. We don't need to care about the slingshot in fire. It's fine. So yeah, Skull Kid wasn't anything. We haven't seen Dancing Darunia yet. Come on, Goma. Do you have anything? Sarius was on Burning Kakariko. So locked by Forest Temple.
And one cycling Goma is much easier with these settings.
Well, it's still easier to one-cycle Goma with the broken Deku stick, but it means you don't have to learn the trick.
Plus, you're more than likely going to run into getting a slingshot, which leaves Goma to be stunned for longer.
That's true. And Goma has disappointment.
Indeed.
The Deku tree has disappointment.
So far, we can rule out both Iron Boots and Kokiri's sword for Path to Baronade.
Carp only needs Jabu as well. But Carp now has their boomerang. Yeah, Ruto's letter could be anywhere. It could just be in bottom of the well. Deku does make sense, though. Tektite Grotto we have seen. It was nothing.
Yeah, with the sticks and nuts strats for one cycling Goma, you basically have to mash the button with the stick on it.
So, Lab Dive. The first scale was not locked by Gerudo Training Grounds. It's possible that the second scale could be locked by something, and therefore it could be on Lab Dive, but I do not believe so.
Lab Dive was hinted dead.
Oh, in which case, yeah, we're fine. It's not Lab Dive. Go on, what's Dancing Darunia got?
Nah, he just has some money for us.
Sorry, Dad. And by Dad, I mean the Multi-Worlds Tournament team, known as Dad. At least one or two of which is in the chat.
Yes.
Light arrows are just sitting in Lower Zora's River. You know, just chilling. That said, we haven't seen Lake Hylia at all. And it could be top of lab? No, it can't be. Top of lab you could get to with bombs and beams. So no, it can't be top of lab. That one's not hookshot locked.
I'm thinking it could just be in Spirit Temple.
It could just be in Spirit Temple. It could be in outside Gamon's Castle.
Because there's the Strength 2, and we also have the magic.
It absolutely could be. On the other hand, okay, creative username has just got Song of Storms. They are going to be heading to bottom of the well. Because they went adult, got the song, turned back around. Yep, a creative username. That is not the Warp song. What? Did they just watch Child play Song of Storms and then pick up the Master Sword again?
I think there might have been a misclick.
I think there was a misclick, especially given there was an immediate facepalm.
I know that I've done that before.
Back to Jard we go. Songs are hard. Polden, if you look at the Discord, there is a race results thing. You'll probably see a lot of people complaining about where Ruto's letter ends up. Okay, heading to Lost Woods. That gets them that check. They might go Deku as well. Sorry, a song check, but yes.
I mean, after he gets the key on child side, which doesn't really matter because he could do it as adult as well.
Sometimes rando happens. They had a lot of things to do before this point. Like, it's not because they forgot this place for 2 hours, it's just because they've had so much else to do. Speaking of which, this is about the 2-hour song. A 2-hour song, 2-hour mark. So, we should do some shout-outs. So, thank you to our trackers, the unsung heroes having to track what the bleeping hell is going on. No Pen Name Girl, ATM Shadow, Siberian and the Alan Heffley. Shoutouts to our runners, a creative username, XI, Cubs Rule, 21, but mostly they're known as Cubs. And Mr. Carp, and my lovely co-commentator, Lee Harold, and our lovely Restreamer, Jimbo!
Yeah, I think Restreamer needs a command, because they deserve the same amount of love as everyone here.
They do have a command, I think, isn't it? Oh, no, because that's Runner. I'm sure there is a Restreamer command, but I can't remember what it is. Also, I am mildly perturbed by the Alan Heffley's emotes there. That's a good point. That would be why there's not a Restreamer command. The Restreamers need to hide their identities in case their seed is really that bad.
They just have to hide in the woods for a week.
It's fine. I know one of them was talking about going to Germany at one point.
I know that my hometown was really close to the woods. That's basically expanded through quite a lot of land. Restreamer bourgeoisie? Yes. Are we gonna get another chickens?
I mean, I'm just thinking we might actually finally get to see some adult Lake Hylia checks because Cubs is just about setting up their Scarecrow song.
Yep.
So it looks like they're doing that in prep for Fire Temple.
Indeed.
That's a good point. Have we even seen the Pierre check at all? I don't think we have.
They can't use Pixel Shot because they're still missing a long shot.
No. They can get this with just hook shot.
No, I mean Pixel Shot.
Oh, so they needed the Scarecrow song, yes.
Yep.
Fire Boss Key, I think, was up on Hammer Chest.
Yes, it was.
We are now seeing Bottom of the Well. So if something's here, then Mr. Carp is very much ahead.
Indeed.
Though they don't have light arrows. Mr. Carp just hasn't been to Zora's River.
Oh, I mean, you should be able to get that very quickly once he finds the hint on Ganondorf.
I mean, yes, or he might even just get it on the way to Zora's domain to hand in the letter.
Very true. Doesn't have a skill yet.
True, but that just means they're forced to go walking up Zora's River rather than warping from Lost Woods, which actually helps them in this case.
It looks like the like room has a big chest.
Oh.
And Carp only has one nut, so he has to Oh, there's another big chest.
Hello.
Okay.
Lens!
Nope.
I was wondering when Lens was going to appear.
And there's a long shot. That's definitely hookshot locked. Oh my god.
But Water Temple is foolish. Oh god, it could be needed for Spirit Temple key logic. No, it can't. Yep. We've had that hand hinted, haven't we?
I believe so.
Oh, we haven't seen Shoot the Sun. Oh, left hand was hinted, not right. So it could be for Spirit Temple Key Logic. It could be for Shoot the Sun. What is this that you've rolled? Also, if Longshot is required for it, I once again claim the moral victory in saying there was at least one more step. Like, in all fairness, wherever Ruto's letter is at this point, no one has truly won apart from chat and whoever rolled this seed, because I think everyone else is just losing it. Oh yeah, it's more likely not required at all, but if it is, oh god.
Hopiki does that rang trick because it's for the fastest way. Oh, excellent. That's always fun to pull off.
Oh, that's nice.
Nope.
No.
Sadly, nothing of value here.
Also, random fun fact, we had a D&D session earlier this week, and we went into a room in a tomb and saw 8 coffins, and like the ones of us who watch Ocarina of Time regularly just kind of stopped and went, so just checking, there's no like crouching zombies behind any of these coffins? There's no torches next to them?
Or the ones that just levitate out of the air from the coffin.
Yeah, like, that was what the rest of the party who hadn't played Ocarina of Time were expecting, just walking past the coffins and, like, undead to levitate out of them. But that apparently only happens if we failed the puzzle. So, yes, it's just amusing that we see a layout like that and we go, nope, nope, nope.
Kokiri Sword certainly makes a bit shorter work of one cycling Dead Hand. That chest is dead, it seems. Yep, Well had nothing of value except for the long shot and Lens of Truth. And at this point, they could be just bait.
So, where do we go? Spirit?
That's probably the most likely place to go.
Shoot the sun, maybe, as a brief detour?
There's Shoot the Sun and the Lens minigame, unless that's been hinted.
No, I see exactly why they went there, because there was so much in Child that you had unlocked in significant places. Like, Gerudo Training Grounds is on the path to Baronade, and you got your Kokiri Sword there. And things that meant that you could do Bottom of the Well. It made perfect sense, even if it wasn't what was needed. We are looking for Ruto's letter. And Mr. Carp is about to get their light arrows. I'm not sure anyone has actually checked Kokiri's sword chest. Like, I've seen them check Mido's house, but I don't think anyone's actually looked at the Kokiri sword chest that said it can't be there. Because the only thing we're missing on the path to Baronade is Ruto's letter. Rang was in a Sphere Zero location. It's just Ruto's letter. Oh, okay, someone checked it, fair enough.
Ooh, we're getting frogs!
Oh, Frogs 1 might have it, yeah.
Come on, froggies.
Well, at least this would make sense for a place to Ruto's letter to wash down to.
Yep.
Oh,
Nope.
it's a Goron tunic.
Just another red shirt.
Oh, in which case Phantom Ganon probably had a recovery heart.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it might be in spirit. We don't know.
At least Carp won't have to go see Ganondorf on where those light arrows are now.
Yep, always nice. Twin Rover could have strength 3 for outside Ganon's castle ferry. It could just be outside Ganon's castle, but at which point, where's strength?
I see, child, lake checks. Okay.
I think this is actually taking the quick way to Zora's Domain. On the vague hope that it might be, you know, there the entire time. Or it's setting up Scarecrow.
Yeah, it has to be Scarecrow. He doesn't have a scale yet.
Oh, I forgot that they didn't have scale. Wait, they've not done Taloned chickens?
Nope.
Why?
That's a good question, actually.
Just going to be right back.
Yeah, Talon's chickens were just, silver scale. And I mean, they did just get back to child, not too long ago. For that, they had a really extended adult, play, I think. Just because, you know, there's a lot of things. Including the 5 dungeons he's completed. That is a heart piece. No, it's a heart container, so it does not.
Yep, so not shoot the sun.
Time to dedicate the time to Spirit Temple, which is exactly where he's going.
Yep.
Zora's Fountain is foolish.
I mean, yeah, it is also locked by Ruto's letter, so
Indeed.
much as we can technically, much as Zora skip is allowed,
It wouldn't be
it's
a
logically
really
not.
smart play.
It could actually be Paradox letter.
Yeah.
We have seen both wallets. One was in the back of silo. One was... Where was the other one? Market's Formation. Hey. Yes, Big Post has been done.
The forest basement. That's where the other wallet was.
Which is technically locked by Gerudo Training Grounds because everything is.
Yep.
So yeah, not picking up that wallet in the back of the silo might be a thing. If it's freaking required logic, if it's required wallet to buy blue fire, I think people are going to rage.
Yep. I wouldn't blame him either.
Nope. How many forfeits are we up to?
There's none so far.
I mean, yeah, at that point you do weep skip for blue fire. We had a boss long before then. Well, at least it's PowerPoint X rather than PowerPoint.
Not too much of a difference between the two.
I mean, technically fewer can see one of them.
True.
Yeah, Season 4 had 4 medallion bridge.
There's 2 medallion bridge,
I think. I can't remember whether it was 4 or 2. I know that 6 medallions had Began's Castle boss key.
Yep. Pretty sure it was 2 medallions for the bridge. And they only,
Oh, it started at 4 and then it got changed, didn't it?
Yeah, it got changed to 4 after. I remember that.
I knew it changed at one point. So we were both correct. Yeah, there aren't that many checks left.
Indeed.
And there's a lot of places you can rule out. Because of that rang being so easily accessible. Okay, where are we going now? Creative username? Isn't Water Temple foolish? Though I guess they could just be trying to do all dungeons, but Bolero isn't needed for anything.
Indeed.
I did want to see Bolero being Way of the Hero because Fire Temple locked hovers and hookshot. That was a weird one.
Yep. I could imagine that.
Oh yeah, it was because I think like Fire Temple had forest access and they just Mido skipped. Oh yeah, Creative Username definitely hasn't done River. They haven't got light arrows, so no, they haven't seen that hint. Oh, this is going to be a big time sink.
Indeed.
Oh, time sink. Okay, now I feel bad.
Also doesn't help that their long shot is actually in bottom of the well, so they're not going to get... Aside from this being foolish, they won't have any idea where their long shot is.
So left hand... Sorry, right hand was a small chest, but I couldn't see whether it was a key. Because if it's a key, then long shot is required for Spirit Temple. For key logic. Yeah, it was a far enough distance, I couldn't tell whether it was the key texture or not. Yeah, Paradox Lesser sounds great right now.
Yeah.
Because that would be the ultimate fuck you. No, it's the wallet you needed. Oh no, that might be key texture. No, it wasn't. Yeah, earlier Rainbow Bridge to unfreeze King Zora would be handy. As it is, everyone peeped the back of the silo and just didn't get the wallet.
They figure they don't need it.
Yeah, we are not here for runner convenience. Oh yeah, if we had open Ganon's, we'd be talking about Light Trial, but we're already thinking about outside Ganon's Castle Fairy. There are so many options we could have. The thing is, this casino, this Ruto's Lesser Hunt, has given chances for everyone else to catch up.
Indeed.
Like, look at Cubs. They're now nearly finishing Forest, at which point, all of that time that Cart spent running around looking for stuff, Cubs has got the same number of medallions. They could just look into it.
Indeed.
I mean, it seems unlikely because... Actually, no, of all of the runners on stream, Cubs is most likely to do something completely out of left field. There it is!
Oh, there it is!
And photobomb by the Torch Slug.
And that just puts Carp in go mode.
Yep, there we go.
What a seed.
So I think someone did bet Spirit for entirely different reasons, but someone did bet Spirit.
I bet it. I bet like the rock room, the one where you get the silver rupees. But
Right, yeah. I just bet that there would be at least one more twist before the end, and I was right.
yes. The twist is, the Torch Slugs had it.
Well, actually no, because we did just straight up get Strength 2 and G2G, which gives us Spirit Temple access. So yeah, I'm not sure whether my bet counts. But this entire fucking seed has been...
Yeah, there's none of them in that room. Mine was probably the furthest away in Spirit Temple.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that somebody did bet Spirit. Screw it, you all win! No!
Chat always wins.
I mean, chat always wins. Sorry, you can't pick more than one. Yeah, you can pick one sub, one non-subbed, and I am not subbed right now. So yeah, find someone who said Spirit Temple, they win.
So they're gonna have to go through Jabu, go through Zora's domain without that scale, so Nocturne.
Oof. Spirit Temple, right, CLN, yeah, that works. But yeah, someone did say Spirit Temple, and I think there was someone who was betting Spirit Temple and who was saying that it had to be... They weren't correct because they said it had to be early Spirit, and that's very much late Spirit. But they were right on Spirit.
I figured it might have been in Spirit, but I wanted to entertain other ideas.
I mean, yeah, it's not the most fun logic-wise, but still amusing.
I mean, we had like 4 different items. But one of them led to basically opening up most of the seed.
Well, no, I'm not sure Spirit was the obvious choice, because then you got Hookshot and that opened up even more of the seed. I'm not sure it was the obvious choice. Yeah, it could very easily have been Deku or Bottom of the Well. That's why I'm saying Spirit wasn't obvious. Like, it's a very dense location. But there was nothing pointing to that over other places. I mean, Carp did have Requiem. Well, oh no, did Carp really only just get Requiem from Malon? I thought Carp got that really early.
No, it took him a while because, you know, he had an extended adult.
True, there was a lot that was happening there. Yeah, Requiem was in Lon Lon Ranch. Yeah, and just the placements of that song Storm's Learning means that pretty much everyone turns straight back round like Cubs is doing and going to Bottom of the Well. A creative username just didn't get the hint in River, which is why they're spending all this time in water.
I don't think Creative has gone back child at all. Has he?
The letter is in Spirit Temple Boss Key chest. The torchlight room with it ringed by fire. That is where the letter is. Yeah, Deku, that does make sense, but I can also see the logic in do Deku because that way you're already child in order to go Jabber if you need to.
No,
and also Bottom of the Well.
letter was on Boss Key and Spirit. Looks like I'm going to be commentating for another match in about 30 minutes or so.
Oh, enjoy. I'm not sure they'll have finished by then.
Well, I know at least Carp will.
True, true.
Oh, they start as adults in the graveyard.
Pardon me, yes. I mean, if you need to go, I can probably hold it down by myself. That, or I am fairly sure there are some people who do commentary occasionally that are around who could step in if they want to.
Alright.
But yeah, talk to
enough.
Restreamer, see what's happening.
Alright.
Or, like, just in the chat. Oh, hello, we have a finisher. I have never heard of check raise before. GG. First place with a time of 2 hours, 30 minutes, 34 seconds. Very nicely done.
GG's check raise.
Check raise went all in. Oh, very nice, Siberian. Yeah, I reckon XI might be thinking about that Paradox letter opportunity.
It seems that way.
It made sense, having Deku and Bottom of the Well versus Spirit. And if you got it in Deku or Bottom of the Well, you could just go straight to Jabu. That makes complete sense. Like, that's the thing. These runners are all really good runners. And there are a lot of places in Randomizer when, sure, it's not the choice. There are no bad choices. Like, there's choices which aren't correct, but the choices they made weren't bad either. Yeah, like, there are lots of choices which could have been right, it's just that only one is. That's how Randomizer goes. I mean, true, Decker, but if you needed to go child anyway for other checks, which they needed to do, it makes sense. I mean, I know I'd go Deku and Bottom of the Well over Spirit, but all varies. Depends about what time I'm thinking about various different options. I think they did some stuff. Like, I can see that they've now got Silver Scale.
That's a very fast Baronade, and that's what I like seeing. At least we get to see some adult checks in Lake Hylia now. Aside from... Shoot the Sun. It looks like Creative is gonna get his Rudo's letter soon.
Yeah, which means that Creative Username and Mr. Carp are probably actually fairly similar in time distance as they were before the Ruto's letter hunt started.
So he still needs to get his boomerang. Which we know where it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay, that might really delay them, because if a creative username's not got the boomerang, they're gonna be around a while because it's just Fear Zero. Oh god, they're never gonna find it.
They might.
These are good runners, but that one's hard to work out for anyone.
Might be baited into going Deku first. But they technically can do everything for Lost Woods.
Oh hey, Golden Scale was right on top of the lab.
Yep.
You know, just right above the place you need it for, no big. Oh, we have second place. Do you want to read it out?
Yeah, Sora finishing with a second place of 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 51 seconds.
GG. And Carp is just heading to Ganon's castle. With not much magic. Hey, Cubs is doing Dancing Darunia check. Good, good.
I mean, with large, with big Goron sword, it should be easy just to do it with one light arrow.
Yeah, especially if they use bottle strats. But yes, that was why Carp ended up getting Rang, because they went round Lost Woods having just got Saria's song.
Another finisher with Alexis the time of 2 hours 38 minutes and 1 second.
Yeah, we're starting to get people coming in, and it's all new names, which is actually really quite cool. Okay, Sora I've seen before, but the other two are not ones that I've seen. So yeah, this seed looks like it was pretty good for people who aren't making the strictly optimal plays, which is a nice thing about Rando. It's unpredictable like that.
Looks like ACU is heading back child now.
Oh yeah, these guys are all really good runners. Oh, Alexis is nuts? Okay, that's just a name I haven't heard then. Nice. It's always good to see new people who are stupidly good. How have I not heard their names? Are they just new to OOT Rando and they're mostly in other games?
I know that's the case with Check Raise being MMR.
Right, okay. Oh, and a lot of them have done the Speed Gaming Live tournament rather than the ZSR ones. That would also be why I don't know their name. And Tora's MMR, yep, I don't tend to watch Majora's Mask Rando, so that would be why I don't know the names. I mostly started doing things in season 3. I mostly started watching in season 3, so if they were season 1 or 2, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily know.
Yeah, I think I should dip out now. I gotta start commentary in
Of course.
Scrubs.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
And once more, a nice shout out to my lovely fellow co-commentator, who is now headed off to do another race. Well, come watch Game 2 of the finals in about 2 hours, Estantia. Not Maltak. I need to have dinner. And also, I'm just not as fond of Majora's Mask as I am of Ocarina of Time.
And I guess I'm going to be standing in for Lee Harold for the remainder of the race. Looks like Mr. Carp is done the first cycle of Ganondorf, and he's going to take on Ganon.
Yep. The question is whether they get sniped, really.
It's really unfortunate creative username. Skip the back scrub in Lost Woods, because I believe they're only looking for Boomerang, and then they're in go mode.
Yeah, it's just Boomerang, so they just didn't go to the bridge salesman.
Yeah, that's rough. I'm also being told in chat that I'm a little quiet. How's my volume level for you?
You are a bit quiet for me, but, you know, given it's a Discord call, I can just turn you up. For me.
Yeah, I might have to tweak it a little bit. How about that, chat? Is that any better? Still the same.
Yeah, it was still about the same. I've just turned you up on my end. And Mr. Carp has taken down Ganon. Let's see what the final time is, as it will come in on the bot. There we go. 4th place with a time of 2 hours, 43 minutes, 21 seconds, just as XI gets their Ruto's letter. GG. Also, I'm liking all the torch log photo bombs we're getting. So yep, XI's in go mode, and they know it. We have a Mr. Carp in top 5. And hopefully we'll be able to get Mr. Carp in for an interview. Well, yeah. The 4 hours estimate is just because Randomizer can have such weird seeds that it can take longer, it can take shorter. It is very much a case where we have got close to those time limits before. Seeds are in fact an entire thing.
Hello.
Hello! GG.
GG's. Oh.
So that was a seed.
Yeah, not going child for an hour and 45 minutes is alright.
Yeah. It messed up quite a lot of people because it was just like, we just straight up don't have, like, Requiem for ages.
I thought about going over the desert for such a long time, but when I found the hovers, I thought I couldn't go. I had to do Shadow. Even before I got all the med hints.
Yeah, those hints were interesting and really confusing given what items actually fulfilled them. How did you find the settings changes?
This is the first time I've played Path hints. They feel so strong. Well, at least this seed it did.
They feel so weird. They just mostly really confused me.
Okay.
But it did help to narrow down where Ruto's letter was a lot once we found Rang.
Yeah, I was concerned about the fact that there were so many things behind that GTG area.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was okay in the end. Like the dins were simple. The Song of Time I was a bit confused about. The opponents was great because that hammer super early was nice. And then finding the hovers before the hint for Valley, also pretty nice.
Song of Time was for Gerudo Training Ground key logic to get magic.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair.
And Epona's was for access.
We didn't have hookshot. That's why.
Nope. Yep.
Oh, that makes
Epona's
sense.
was required for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. And yeah, it was when because I found the flaws, I was really happy in Shadow finding FW.
Oh yeah, everyone loved that flaws.
And then we found strength 2 and mirror, was it? Or hookshot and mirror?
Hookshot and mirror right next to each other.
And I was like, okay, well let's go check meds then.
Oh yeah. Yep. And then it just ends up being in spirit.
Yep. Well, there are so many options. I felt like well would have been really quick.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much quicker it is with chest size matches contents. I didn't realise how much a difference it would make in well.
Well is a massive difference, yeah. Obviously, Deku is a really nice play, and it ended up working because I found Rang on the way.
Yeah, that really helped you out. As it is, a creative username has found Ruto's letter, but they don't have the Rang. So if they keep trying to follow those path hints, it's just not going to take them anywhere near it.
Yeah. I think once you find that Ruto's, you feel really bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would have felt this. I've felt the same way. Because then you probably do bottom of. You would have done bottom of the well, found long shot. You probably would have done water temple.
Yeah, they didn't have the river foolish. I think so. They've already done the entirety of water temple.
Oh, I didn't have river foolish either.
Sorry, it's not River Foolish. It was Water Temple Foolish, but it was in
was it?
River.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only
Sorry,
had Market Foolish.
I said River because I was thinking that was where the hint was.
Yeah, I only had Market Foolish. What's the other one?
Zora's Fountain.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
that helps with
Market,
irons.
Water Temple, and Zora's Fountain.
Yeah. Yeah, slight concern about toilet item.
Toilet item was a small chest. Not worth it.
Ah, fine. That was the only other thing I would be worried about.
Yep, we saw it.
But I just went density. I went Deku, then Bottom of the Well, then Spirit. I figured because I found Longshot and Bottom of the Well, I needed to set up for Shoot the Sun just in case.
Yep, that made complete sense. Basically, like, we were talking about stuff and you were doing stuff almost exactly after we were talking about it. It was really quite amusing.
Nice, I might have to watch that back then.
Well, no, I don't take part in races, it's fine.
Oh, well, this bodes well for my race versus Gavaroni tomorrow, I think.
I mean, yeah, but this seed was weird. Like, I'm still trying to get my head around the paths because I very much, like, I can think of lots of different things. So, I can see so many different ways it could be possible to lead to one thing.
Yeah.
But there would have been so much shorter explanations. They were very indirect today.
Yeah.
Like, because if it had just been Way of the Hero, then Din's Fire, it's like, oh right, Din's Fire is needed for Shadow Temple. Seeing Din's Fire needed for Phantom Ganon? That was weird.
No, but as soon as you see Phantom Ganon, you know that a hookshot has to be somewhere behind Din's.
True.
So I had to follow the Din straight away, and that it worked out today.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. Well, thank you for commenting, and thanks to the trackers.
Oh, absolutely. Was there anything you wanted to ask us?
After finding out the toilet was dead, it's fine.
Fair.
What else? Do you know where any other magics were?
No, we've not seen one at all.
Okay.
We've only seen that one.
Okay. So probably in Gannon's then. Fair. Okay, yeah, no, that was it. That was it.
That makes it simple.
Yeah. Because if that magic was the path item, then it makes sense that we haven't found another magic yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, that is the only magic we've seen, so that's why you need Eponas for Shadow Temple.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Well, thank you very much.
No worries.
I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you for coming in and doing the interview.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Speaking of which, a few people finished while I was doing stuff. I believe I saw Lefty. Let me just scroll up chat. Lefty finished in 5th place with a time of 2 hours 45 minutes 24. And Ikola finished in 6th place with a time of 2 hours 51 minutes 9 seconds. Oh yeah, Longshot was in Bottom of the Well. Also, GG check raise. That was a very nice win. Did you just go straight to Spirit or something? A creative username is again going to Bottom of the Well. Oh, went to Guerrilla Training Grounds for like 40 minutes. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it. SGG Sean, GG, 7th place, with a time of 2 hours, 52 minutes, 24 seconds. Yeah, just pushing all of the possible path items if you get them that early. That makes sense. Yes, Eponas was for Phantom Ganon because you needed Eponas to jump the chasm to get the magic to get the long shot. That's why it was needed. Oh, the Rang. The boomerang is on the Salesman Bridge Scrub in Lost Woods. Creative username is not getting it anytime soon. Huffpuff, GG, finishing in 8th place with a time of 2 hours 53 minutes 22 seconds. But yeah, creative username is not getting the rang anytime soon. How many people in the race? There were 24 to start with. I don't think anyone's forfeited. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are off screen. Oh, it's in the lefty. I had to double dip Gerudo Training Grounds. I never bought a shield. I was also at Gerudo Training Grounds at 15 minutes. Saw the big chest I couldn't get to through the ceiling chest. Prompted me to go back and it was iron boots. I didn't have to go back. Oh no! No, you really didn't. The iron boots didn't give you anything. You didn't have a shield for GTG either. Well, everyone's just showing me up. I'm not fighting Stalfos without a shield. Yeah, that worked out quite nicely. Oh, the iron's out for Shadow when I failed Wind Tunnel. You managed to get through it. At least you did not do what a creative username did. A creative username's first bow was on Bongo Bongo. They just straight up avoided Mido's house for that long. They just never went there. And so they thought, yeah, bailed out by Bongo Bongo. It's like, it was in Mido's house, mate. It didn't seem to bother them. They managed. Yeah, 5th place is still really good. Is that your first time placing so highly, Lefty? In which case, massive GG. Hey Sean, that seed was fun? I see the smiley face. I am not sure quite how sarcastic you're being. Possibly very. Knowing your sense of humour, very. Yeah, that's fair, Huffpuff. I mean, most of the people on Restream did go to Deku. They basically got the Kokiri sword, they did their adult dungeons, they then got Song of Storms, and so they chained together Deku and Bottom of the Well. But yeah, it just turns out the Ruto's letter wasn't there. But yeah, creative username is gonna have a bad time, because the rang is just Sphere 0. And Cubs now has their Ruto's letter. Oh yeah, all of the people on Restream got their 5th medallion while adult. But they didn't go to Spirit, they just went Deku, Bottom of the Well, that lot. But yep, that's definitely go mode for Cubs. All Cubs needs to do now is go Child, go do Jabu. I don't know why he's walking it. Oh wait, Kakariko, yeah, this is about the closest you can get. As it is, Xi is heading into Ganon's castle. And I suspect that depending on how long this is going to take and whether another race needs to be on ZSR main, we might end up raiding a creative username, or we might end up raiding Cubs, I'm not sure. Yeah, probably being an ice is not fun. Also, GG Hamster, finishing in 9th place with a time of 2 hours 57:51. It's been a while since I've seen Hamster finishing top 10. Nice to see. Oh, got 2 hours or so before next race on ZSR? Ah, that's fair enough. I just worry about how interesting I can be when there's really not much happening left. Like, we're gonna see Zai and Cubs going through Jabu and Ganon's castle. Oh, Begone Sword, that was in Child Spirit. I like how half you can just go, yep, this specific check. I just know it as the one with all the keys. Or possibly the one next to the grating, that also seems like a decent name for it. Yeah, finding Ruto's letter, it could have been pretty much anywhere in the seed. We were wondering if it was going to be on outside Ganon's Castle Ferry for a bit. Okay, so here's a question. Because mostly we're just seeing people go through the Ganon boss fights and Jabu, etc. What do you guys think of the Season 5 settings? Because this is going to be a conversation that needs to happen. We may as well have it now while people are going through and you've literally just done a race with it. So, honestly, your opinions on it are probably going to be pretty fresh, so this is probably a good time to chat about it. What do you think of the settings? Okay, the goal hints that things are much more fun than coin flip way of the heroes. I'm not sure what you mean by coin flip way of the heroes. As in just one random thing could be needed for something, whereas this, you know, it has to lead to something for a place. Yeah, I can see that. Goal hints do have bait confusion. Yeah, that's fair. Lots of people liking chest size matches contents. Yeah. And it does lead to a lot of peeking strategy, and less checks done in general, so I guess that... Do you tend to find that chest size matches contents actually speeds seeds up a lot? Though I imagine it reduces the amount of hearts you end up doing a seed with. Yeah, knowing that Dins had to lead to something to Forest was actually really helpful this seed, even if it was confusing as hell. No, Sean, no. Yeah, you do end up with fewer hearts and consumables because you don't just pick them up by accident. So yeah, that also I guess is pretty good for a tournament setting because it tests how well you can do at lower health, which for a tournament, that's fine. I don't think I'd want to keep it for weekly settings. Oh, I was worried about the heart thing. I just open easy little chests until I have enough hearts. Yeah, that makes sense. Someone on Discord recommended I did that. It's a good strategy. Double defense is so nice. Yeah, it does create more of an execution differential, which might be a good thing and might be a bad thing. Also, GG! XI finishing in 10th place with a time of 3 hours, 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Ooh, some people wanting to see Bunny Hood. That could be interesting. But then again, we already have made it considerably easier given that you have the first mask basically able to be picked up immediately. Oh, interesting. Open Mask Shop was tested for Season 4 and it just kind of turned into a rush market before you do anything else in Child 1. Okay, that's fair. I don't know whether we're going to be able to get XI in for an interview. It would be really nice, but I don't know if we're getting them. Yeah, general plans, pick a number for art, count a number for small chest, yeah, until you have that bit of that and explosives, yeah. If you don't have a bomb bag, you want to get chews. You really want chews. And yeah, as people say, it definitely makes Bottom of the Well faster, and Guerrilla Training Grounds, I guess you can peek a lot of stuff. I like how you named Bottom of the Well and Bottom of the Well. But yeah, most people seem to actually quite like these settings. What did you think about a lower number? Do you think this would work well with a lower number of medallions for Bridge, but Ganon's Castle Boss Key on 6? I don't know. I'm not sure if bridge requirements make it more interesting or less interesting for a tournament. Yeah, Strength 3 would be more important again if Ganon's Castle becomes open. Okay, Hammer was on 1500 horseback archery and Ruto's letter was on the Spirit Temple boss key chest. Ooh, Tanjo. GG. Finishing in 11th place with a time of 3 hours, 5 minutes, 45 seconds. The 200 rupees on horseback archery, 100,000 saved me. Okay, what did you need it for? No, HBA 1500 is not off. You must have been doing scrub settings for too long. Yep, that sounds like it. Sorry, Nita. That's a sucky reason to not find the hammer. On the other hand, I'm guessing you had to forfeit.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
GG.
Thank you.
So, what did you think of the seed?
It was a nightmare until I found the hookshot, because I was basically searching for the hookshot for the longest time, and every single big chest I was finding just kept giving me like some bad items, like slingshots, wallets.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. So yeah, I was like, where is the hookshot?
The hookshot was really weird where it is. Like, that is not a nice place for a first hookshot.
Yep, that's definitely not a good place.
On the other hand, like, it's better than where the long shot was.
Yeah, the long shot was in bottom of the well.
Yep.
Also, I was kind of lucky to be able to finish fire without the hookshot, because it was a 50-50 between the hammer chest and the scarecrow.
Yeah, that's true. Scarecrow, I don't believe, had anything. So yeah, what did you think of the path hints? Because I found them a bit confusing, but I guess it was quite a good lead as to where your hookshot had to be, knowing that Dins had to be involved somehow.
Yeah, Dins had to be involved in Phantom Ganon's Phantom Ganon. So since I had the bow and a strength upgrade, I knew it was for the hookshot, but I did not know how it could be involved because I didn't find the magic, and that was my mistake when I first went into GTG, because I didn't check inside the maze. If I checked inside the maze, I would have known I could probably check the first chest on the left and find the magic immediately, instead of running around for like 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I think Gerudo Training Grounds caught a lot of people out because some people went there without a bow.
Okay.
Yeah, a creative username somehow managed to avoid Mido's house and got their first bow on Bongo Bongo.
Oh wow, okay.
It was a route.
Okay, I see.
They've had a very interesting seed.
Yes.
That was definitely a very interesting seed.
Yeah. I mean, like, when we were first seeing the hints, we were just going, how is that from Phantom Ganon? So yeah, it was definitely an interesting set of hints. What did you think about the settings changes in general? Do you think this set of settings works?
Yeah, I took part in Season 4 and I thought it was okay. The only thing I didn't like about Season 4 was the casino mode, as everybody calls it. And
I mean, we had that today.
Yeah, kind of. And we kind of have that in those settings as well, but to a lesser extent, because we have CSMC, so it goes much faster to clear the chests, at least. So I think CSMC is good. I don't really mind having fire arrows entry for Shadow Temple. And I don't really mind having the other things as well.
I'm actually really happy they brought the fire arrows entry back. It's one of my favorite things to watch people do.
Yeah, but it does stratify things a lot between who can do the trick and who can't, and that's not quite as much the point of what we kind of want to see.
Yeah, it's just the argument that had it taken out in the first place, I believe.
Yep.
So, I mean, the arguments go both ways on that one. Also, hi, I'm Tall Attack. I'm going to hop in for the Sancha for a little bit just because she's all by herself.
I was lonely, wasting away. Speaking of which, just a quick shout out to some more finishers. Bosage finishing in 12th place with a time of 3 hours 7 minutes 53, and Alexander HD in 13th place, 3 hours 10 minutes 51. Did you have any questions, Exai? I think you saw most of the seed by the end, but we might have seen some stuff you didn't.
Yeah, was there anything like that could have potentially baited me behind GTG? If you saw GTG?
I mean, how much would you want to be baited by GTG? There was so much.
Kokiri Sword?
Kokiri Sword, there was Kokiri
Irons.
Sword, there was Strength 2, there was Irons,
Ooh.
there was Magic, there was the
You
fact
got
that
the magic,
the...
you got the strength too that were in there. The other two were the irons and the Kokiri sword.
Yeah, but also, even when you got the hookshot, you also got the mirror shield with it, so that could have baited you as well, but at least it would be baiting in a useful direction.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, and of course, some people didn't get the Water Temple Foolish hint, so they got the long shot in bottom of the well, and then ended up going there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's
I
part
got all the paths and all the foolish hints. I'm only missing one sometimes hint.
I'm not sure we saw it either.
I have the left hand, I have Nocturne, I have 20 Skulls and OGC Ferry. And I'm missing one.
Yeah, I can't think what the other one would have been.
I can't either.
Oh, apparently Ice Cavern had Strength 3.
Siberian is saying that was Lab Dive.
Ah, yes. Lad Dive was dead.
Also, I'm guessing many people got baited by not finding the hammer on the archery.
Most people found hammer fairly quickly. Again, we
Oh,
mostly...
really? Okay.
Yes, because you got the bow so early that by the time you went there, you tend to have it.
Unless your creative username.
Unless you're a creative username. But yeah, because Epona's was on a path location, people were keeping an eye on horseback archery quite closely.
Alright.
But I think they were just generally surprised when the hammer showed up, and it's like, this is meant to be for Phantom Ganon! Why is there a hammer here?
Well, ACU had a bunch of interesting changes from everyone else's routing because of not getting that early bow in Mido's house, which made it fun to watch. The hammer was one of them where he had to go back for it. Luckily, he went back pretty early. Now he's just trying to find that boomerang. And
Oh, he's heading towards it! He's heading towards it! He's finally going to Lost Woods as a child and heading straight for the bridge salesman.
I think that's because he's out of checks at this point.
Yeah, I think that's possibly a last location right there.
Hold on. I'm looking at the stream like he's just finding like, yeah.
Oh, that is a look
Yep.
of just pain and resignation on his face. Oh, that feels bad.
That's so sad.
But
Well, at
yeah,
least he stuck with it till he got it.
yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We are happy to have you stick around. Cubs is heading into the actual Ganon fight, so if you want to actually ask some of the other runners some questions, we've got quite a few in chat. You're welcome to stay around, but if you need to go, you are welcome to go.
I was actually gonna head out because I didn't expect the seat to take that long.
Yes, go eat. Go eat, have a drink.
Yes.
Take a break. Good grief.
I need
Enjoy
to
your
take a
lunch
break,
/
yeah.
dinner.
So
Yep.
thank you for having me on the restream.
Thank you for running, and thank you for the entertainment. It was really nice to watch you run.
Thank you so much, and see you guys soon.
Yep,
Have a
see you
good-
soon.
Have a good rest of the day.
Some of chat are just going, oh, right, food.
That's tough for you, though.
I mean, that is an awful lot of runners, commentators, trackers. Like, usually I do a reminder saying, remember to get a drink before the stream starts. Speaking of which, I have run out of water. I may just go and quickly grab some more water. Be right back.
That's fine, go ahead. So, looks like Cubs is on phase 2 here in Ganon, so he'll be finishing up shortly. And creative username, having a nice placement on Ferore's Wind, we have right back to Jabu after he found the boomerang in Lost Woods, so that's nice. So now it's just the two of them to finish up, and I don't know how many races were in the seat, but still a good showing by both of them.
Okay, I'm back. And also, can I just say,
Welcome back.
not only GG to Cubs, but also, it is really nice to finally be on commentary with you at the same damn time. Like, we end up chatting in Twitch chats so often on different races, on all kinds of different places, and now we're finally talking to each other.
I don't usually tend to come. I usually tend to track. That's part of it. The
I mean,
decibel
yeah.
level around me is usually pretty loud. People like to yell in the background, so I try not to comment because nobody wants to listen to that. Today just happened to work out for at least a few minutes, so I'm hoping it lasts.
Yeah, it'll be fine, hopefully. It'll be totally fine. Just roll with it. But yes, 14th place, 3 hours, 17 minutes, 39 seconds, and hopefully we'll get a Cubs in for an interview. And yeah, creative username just making very short work of Big Octo.
I keep forgetting I'm on the watching the restream page still, not the commentary page.
Ah, whoops.
No,
Yeah.
that's on me, not on you. I just haven't changed over.
In all fairness, it doesn't make that much of a difference this close to the end.
True, still.
It's not like we're going to have a delay due to they found an item. No. Oh, there are only 7 races left. Oof.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's a good showing for the
Yeah.
EU Weekly, especially with the time change.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing the time change caught a lot of people out.
Well, still got over 20 people, right? Cubs was 14, 7
Yeah.
left, and then 3 forfeits. That's like 25 people. That's not a bad showing for.
Yeah, I
the
think we had like 24 total. Might have been 25 total.
I think that's about the numbers they've been doing. They may have been doing like maybe 28, 30, but not too much more than that. So it's not like they lost too many than the
Yeah.
usual. So
Yeah.
still pretty good showing.
Yeah, pretty good showing. And yeah, that was a seed. I think people were quite interested in seeing how the season 5 settings shook out, and actually it seems pretty positive. It's a lot more positive than a lot of the initial feedback for the season 4 settings.
Honestly, I can't remember what how the arguments were going for season 4, so that doesn't help any. But these look like good settings. I like these so far, especially the CMNC, because it also gives you all the low heart stuff, so it makes things more
dangerous.
Yeah, and from a viewer's perspective, it makes it more dramatic. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, it definitely could end up dramatic. That's definitely a thing that could happen.
You see you finishing up Baronade here, and that puts them in
and Cubs
Go Kill
actually,
Ganon mode.
Yep, and Cubs actually treating us to the full credits thing rather than just stopping partway through. And we get to see Gebada flying off.
No, he's paused on the restream, so
Ah, that's fair enough. I
Jimbo's
like
got
seeing the
some
credits sequence.
interesting pause screens going on the restream. He's got the Zelda falling on Zai. He's got the rearing up of the Ganon at the end for Cubs.
Yeah, nice. And hello, GG.
Thank you.
There he is.
We gotta talk. That's not what I was expecting for your first restream. We gotta have a talk about this.
Yeah, still pretty good though, wasn't it?
No, that was the problem. It was a pretty good seed. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it was quite confusing at first with the path hints and the items to go with them, but it turned out pretty useful for working out where things were, for all it was confusing.
Yeah, it was really fine up until GTG, and I don't think any kind of hint is gonna help there when something's just that loaded.
Yeah,
It's just guess and hope you get right.
Absolutely.
All the bait.
Yep, it is. It's unfortunate, and that's just how it comes down.
I mean, you say the Ruto's location was gross, but that first hook shot.
Oh, I was hoping there wasn't going to be a hook shot there. I didn't care. I was just praying for the big chest at the for that one chest to be big, so I could. I hate CSMC for that one reason. There is no reason Hookshotless Shadow should be that simple.
Yes, someone mentioned that you didn't like CSMC purely for that.
I have issues with what's essentially a cosmetic setting, allowing sequence breaks all over the place. And that's just emblematic of the whole thing right there.
Another big one is getting the left side of the mage you can do too.
Yeah.
And you can get back if it's a big one on the other side too, which also makes it so you're not daring as much.
Yeah, it's just the fact that, I mean, that one in particular in Shadow is just game breaking. If that's a big chest, then there's nothing stopping you.
Well, I mean, you can do Hookless Shadow with the small chest there, though.
Yes.
I mean, it's harder,
Yes.
but you can do it.
No, absolutely you can. And if you want to put in the time to learn that, I'm fine with it. It just... There's something that personally I don't enjoy about having CSMC lead to sequence breaks. And then again, that's just me. That's not me talking as a race mod. That's not me talking as someone selecting settings. That's just me personally. And
Yeah.
I will be thrilled once chest textures is a thing.
Yeah,
again,
that
that's
did
just
also
me.
get mentioned as a way to
Yeah.
fix that issue.
What does that do? This is the first I've heard of that one.
It retextures chests according to their contents. So it's CSMC without changing chest sizes.
Ah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So kind of like how they already do it with the small keys and
Yes.
small key chests and stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Which then solves all of the issues.
Yeah.
I'll say all of my issues. A lot of people enjoy CSMC, and I don't fault anyone for that. If you enjoy it, then by all means play it. That's just me personally. We'll see.
Yeah, a lot of feedback on the settings from the people in chat has actually been really positive.
No, absolutely.
I mean, it's a lot more positive than the first bits of testing out the Season 4 settings were, so that's a win. Clearly we're doing something right.
I'm sad Season 4 turned out the way it did. It's just unfortunate that a bunch of good settings, when you put them together, did not work out very well.
I mean, people did get used to them with time. And, like, I will accept Closed Deku is good as a tournament setting now, but as long as it's not a weekly setting.
We'll see. I know we still need to talk more amongst the race mods. I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but we'll see. But outside of that, like, the seed itself was fine. I was really okay with it.
I mean, getting bomb bags straight off the bat is pretty nice.
It threw a wrench into things. I won't pretend it didn't. I was not planning on going straight to DC, but hey, I'm not going to say no. There really wasn't a lot. Like, there was a lot pointing to GTG. So, getting a Pona from the graveyard was just kind of sealed it. So there were, like, the one thing that threw me off was the hovers. It didn't put two and two together that you needed hovers for Hookshot to get to Pierre. So when I bailed on fire to go get Scarecrow Song, I thought that was gonna be I was thinking that was going to be boss key, and it just kind of flipped me for a second until I put two and two together.
I mean, you also needed it to get minuets to make the entire seed make sense. Song of Time wasn't in Logic without hovers.
I think you were the only one on stream that did Pierre, actually. Unless I missed it when I got up a couple times, but
yeah, because after highest Goron, I was the way I had it in my head was that Hammer Chest had to be a small key, so I would just go get Scarecrow and go straight to Pierre, and it just had it backwards in the end.
Yep, just shouting out a quick GG to Deadly Thunder, finishing in 15th place with a time of 3 hours, 26 minutes, 22 seconds.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say anything interesting. Carry on.
Anyway, I was just saying that was really it for me, honestly. It was really a pretty nice scene. That just, unfortunately, because of how stacked GTG was, just kind of turned in the end, and that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it was a casino.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a thing of there were no bad choices, there were only incorrect choices.
No, absolutely. It can't. I was.
Unless you did Water Temple.
If you missed that hint, I feel sorry.
Yeah.
ACU
yeah.
did.
What it came down to for me was the song at Temple of Time being either Prelude or Storms. If that had been Prelude, I was going to Spirit. I just, not having a good way to go back Child after Spirit, I wanted to take the chance on having Melissa's Child and just not have to worry about it.
Yeah, and getting Storms right there means you just go, there's Deku, there's Bottom of the Well, done.
Yeah. You're basically clearing Child at that point. It's probably a 50-50 between Spirit and everything else as Child. But when you have Storms, there's so much more available as Child, and it happens. That's Rando.
Yep, that is in fact Rando. And what's also Rando is a GG for a creative username. 16th place, 3 hours, 29 minutes, 26 seconds.
Excuse me. GG as well to ACU. Now, unfortunately, I have other things I have to go do at the moment, so I will let ACU pop in for his interview. Thank you very much, everyone involved.
Thank you for running.
Jimbo, congrats on not lighting things on fire too badly. No, thank you for having me, and I'll see y'all again here soon.
Yep, see you again. Always good to see you running, and always good to have you on interview.
You as well, thank you.
GG, Cubs.
GG.
And we say GG to Cubs, and we say hello to a creative username.
Hello.
What was that for a switch, huh? Welcome.
GG.
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 Beautiful
Matt's still
timing.
kind of bad on the boomerang.
Yeah.
In Water Temple.
Yep.
Foolish.
Oh, that felt worse, actually.
Yeah, the hint was in River.
Yep,
Foolish Water. Also, you I'm sorry, I have to just smile at this one. Going, yes, at getting the bow on Bongo Bongo. The triumph, the never punished, and then going to Milo's house and seeing it was right there.
Yep. I knew that there had to be one earlier in logic, like that could have been first bow, but it was just funny.
It was pretty funny, yeah.
You came so close to it at the beginning when you were going through Lost Woods. You were like right there, and then you just didn't go to it. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I thought, all right, I'll do these quick checks, then go into, like, I think I was headed towards Deku. And I'm like, it's too far, I don't have sun, it's not worth it, but...
Yeah, and just missing out on that rang, then just, oof.
Yeah, yep. I might not make that mistake in the future, but oh well.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you only make once, but to be fair, there were a lot of points where you had a lot of good checks available, a lot of very dense locations. They just happened not to be the ones you needed.
Yeah.
And you did have the most unique route of the 4 people on the restream, so there's always that to be happy about.
Nice. Glad to be unique, I guess.
Yep. That was great. And you were actually really close behind Carp for a lot of it.
Really?
Yeah, it was just that rang.
Wow.
Like, you, Carp finished up his 5th dungeon, and you finishing up your 5th dungeon you were about the same time apart as Carp finding his road to letter and you finding yours. Whoa. It's just that you then had to find the rang after.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that rang was, that's pretty close to the last location for you, wasn't it?
Pretty close. Especially with the market hinted dead, I think my next goal was just going to go to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, Ice Cavern apparently had strength 3.
I could get that slingshot on OGC then.
I know, right? I mean, missing out on a prize there. As well as, like, the third bomb bag on Frogs 2, when you got the first two within, like, 8 minutes.
I loved that hint. It was great.
That was hilarious.
It's nice to see something on Frogs 2 for a change, even if it was something that we didn't need to get.
True.
True. What did you think of the hint settings? Because that was a big change this week from last week.
I was a big fan of it, especially because of, like, I knew that I leaned a bit too much into it because of the Iron Boots, but I could have just ignored the Epona and Dins, be like, alright, they're done. They just were supposed to get me to Forest, which I made a mistake, and I thought that the hookshot I got inside of Shadow was hookshot locked, but it was the wrong room. So I'm like, I realized that about 3 hours in. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, oh well.
Yep, that Dins was in fact the path to Phantom Ganon to get that hook shot. But it was really confusing first picking up. It's like, why is Dins needed for Forest?
Yep. Especially when you realize that Forest is Forest, so.
Yeah. Also, turns out you needed hovers to get minuets to make Song of Time and Logic, and then everything else from that.
Oh, that's what the Song of Time was there for. I was confused about what
Gerudo Training Grounds, Key Logic for Magic for Shadow. That was why Song of Time was needed.
Makes sense. The 2 keys on right side.
Yep, that's the one.
I think there was 3 on the right side, wasn't there? Because I thought the freestanding was 2.
You're right.
And chat just going, Huffpuff going, my first thought when picking up the Dins was, please no, not Stone Shadow. Unfortunately, it was Shadow, but not a stone.
Yeah. I had a hard time whenever I first went in there. I'm like, we got Dins. This is going to be important. There's 3 other checks that Dins are required for, but like, I can't just do Shadow without checking the pedestal, and I really wish I would have just ran like the next room over just to see the hook shot and be like, alright, this was worth it. But oh well.
I mean, yeah, absolutely fair. I mean, the other thing that hampered you was not getting that bow until so late, because you went to Gerudo Training Grounds without a bow.
Yep.
Because that would also have meant you got your hammer on horseback archery.
Yeah.
For people just joining us, we are just doing an interview to finish off the restream, and then we'll be raiding someone who is still running the weekly.
And if you want to come back after we go to that raid, in about 20 minutes or so, we're going to have the Game 2 of the George Mask Randomizer Season 2.
I know it's Game 2, but I'm not sure
It's
if
Game
it's
2, I think it's Season 2 Finals game. Look. Yep, Season 2, Grand Finals, Game 2, between Idano and Jess.
So yeah,
that's coming up here soon.
I mean, you saw pretty much the entire seed, but was there anything you wanted to ask about?
Nothing is coming to mind. I saw all the items I really cared about, which was Big Stabby and String 3, I guess.
I mean, yeah. Everybody likes the Bigoron sword. I'm still disappointed no one frog warped. People were hoping for Paradox Letter at one point, at which point Lon Lon Ranch's wallet and Forest Temple's wallet would have been required, but it wasn't.
Oh,
Paradox level. Paradox Letter is always the thing that I want to see.
But yes, okay. Yeah, Jia was having fun just thinking of all the worst possible things, as usual.
Yep. Anything else you want to talk about the seed?
No, I'm good. Thank you for the restream. I appreciate it.
Thank you for running. It was great to watch you. You produced a lot of great moments, mostly with the bow.
Can't wait to rewatch.
Yep.
GG again. One more time, shout outs to our trackers.
Including yourself?
No, I wasn't tracking. I was just kind of hanging out.
Oh, okay.
No Pen Name Girl, Adim Shao, Siberian, and Ta. And then thank you for commentating, Astancia, and for Jimbo and Siberian doing their Wonder Twin thing and making the restream happen.
And of course, our runners. Be sure to go give them a follow, a creative username, XI, Mr. Cart, and Cubsball21.
Oh yeah, them. They're important. More important than the rest of those people I just mentioned.
I don't know, trackers are the unsung heroes.
Alright, Jimbo, I think that's your cue.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if my mic is still too quiet or not, but I'm gonna try my best.
You sound good to me.
All right, cool. So yeah, thanks again to all our volunteers today who made this restream possible. Excuse me. We really appreciate it. Coming up on the schedule, I know it was already mentioned, but on ZSR main at 7 p.m. UTC, pretty much about an hour and 15 minutes from now, we're going to be featuring the Majora's Mask Randomizer Season 2 Tournament Grand Finals between I Don't Know and Jess. And also to note on ZSR 2, we're also featuring a Breath of the Wild N% tournament, losers bracket round 1, FF Future 22 versus Zelix. So if you want to check that out as well, that would be great. But yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap up. We're going to raid a runner in the race, Damn Day You. They're currently still looking for their Rudo's letter. So go ahead and show them some love. No spoilers, please, in the chat, and we will see you next time for the next restream.